And today, the Electoral Commission said the call by the opposition National Democratic Congress for an independent forensic audit of the voters' register was misguided and premature. It said the commission itself was an independent body, and besides, the public exhibition of the provisional voters' register was part of the process to identify and correct errors, mistakes, or discrepancies, if any, exist in the register. The commission said this at a media engagement dubbed "Let the Citizens Know," where the Commission addressed the nation on matters arising from the exhibition of the Provisional Voters Register. Deputy Chairperson Samuel Tete spoke on behalf of the Commission.
The Commission informed the NDC that the discrepancies they had detected were not new. The Commission noted that it had detected the same issues and had taken steps to correct them. It is important to note that all the discrepancies were identified by the Commission's own internal processes. I am pleased to note that as we speak, they have largely been resolved. Nevertheless, the Commission assured the NDC that the issues they had raised would be investigated and a report produced and discussed with them. The EC requested a copy of the discrepancies identified by the NDC at the meeting. This was not given to the Commission. Unfortunately, several calls and requests to the NDC to obtain a copy of the discrepancies have yielded no results. The process of cleaning and strengthening the voters' register is well defined by law. We have also noted comments by the NDC to the effect that the very doctor that created the problem should not be the doctor that will resolve the problem. The EC must agree for an independent body to audit them. The EC holds a contrary view to the position held by the NDC. We reiterate that it is the EC that is clothed with the responsibility and capacity to address discrepancies in the provisional voters register. The Commission has been doing this since 1992. On our part, we assure the NDC of a transparent process that would demonstrate to them that all their concerns have been resolved. The Commission wishes to state that almost all the discrepancies identified have to date been corrected. As in 2020, the Commission is committed to providing the country and all political parties with a robust and credible voters register that will guarantee free, fair, transparent, and credible general election in December 2024.
What will happen if Ghana's football stadiums are declared unfit to hold international matches? What will be the cost implication for Ghana to host its home matches abroad?
The current situation was not expected because if you read our publications in the Graphic Sports, Daily Graphic, in Graphic Business, we've been flagging this issue about our pitches not being ready, and it's something we started discussing even on our X Spaces as from last year. It talks about it points to the general problem with pitch management in Ghana, but to the specific issue now, because CAF has revoked the license for the Appiah Stadium to host Category C matches, international matches. There are various categories. So what it means is that we will have to look for an alternative venue. You will have to fly your team elsewhere. You will need to pay for the use of stadia for training. You need to host the team at different training camps, you go to high hotels, and the whole logistical movement, moving logistics from Accra, depending on where it is. Immediately, my hunch tells me most likely to be Cote d'Ivoire. They just hosted an African Cup of Nations. They have fantastic facilities. And then rather than Nigeria, our cousin to the north, because you can't host a Ghana match there. It's not in their best interest that Ghana should qualify, because you want to play in an environment that you're comfortable, where you could have some Ghanaian fans. There are Ghanaians in Nigeria, but it makes sense going to our neighbors to the west, that's Cote d'Ivoire. That is in the unlikely event that none of our stadiums meet CAF's strict compliance regulations. So that's what it means.
Already, former Black Star captain Appiah is saying it will be an embarrassment to the nation if we host our matches abroad. But first, here are some videos of what transpired at the Electoral Commission today, with 86 more days to go. 3 female presidential aspirants filed their nomination forms today.
Today, Ekweadonko, the leader of the Ghana Freedom Party, Janet Nabla, flag bearer of the People's National Party, and Nana Frimpongma Sapon Kumakuma of the CPP submitted their nomination forms for the December polls.
Gave 25% discount to all women aspirants, and I think that this was something that was to encourage more women to get themselves involved in politics. In fact, in the history of this country, it has never happened before that the Electoral Commission will give a discount just to encourage people to contest. It's a great initiative, and the women of Ghana will appreciate it so much.
Now in sports, what will happen if Ghana's football stadiums are declared unfit for certain international matches?
There are other implications, financial implications, because what it means is that you have to fly your team elsewhere. You will need to pay for the use of stadia for training. You need to host the team at different training camps. You go to high hotels, and the whole logistical movement, moving logistics from Accra, depending on where it is. Ironically, 2 of our group rivals, the Sudan and Niger, they are playing their home matches outside their own countries because they have those compliance challenges, and Ghana may be forced to follow suit. And that's it says a lot about our sports management and infrastructure management in Ghana. Unfortunately, the Black Stars are having a very difficult time getting to the African Cup of Nations. We lost at home against Angola. We drew away to Niger. And the next match is going to be against Sudan. Sudan is playing well. And then the Appiah factor. And it's a must-win. It's a pivotal match in our journey to the 2025 African Cup of Nations. So ideally, you would have loved, the Black Stars, I believe, would have loved to play in a place like Kumasi, because the atmosphere they generate there, they get behind the team, so that in the most difficult moments, the team is able to grind good results. Unfortunately, going to play outside your country means that you would have lost that home advantage teams usually crave. So it's going to be like a neutral ground, so to speak. And unfortunately, it's like a cul-de-sac we've all run ourselves into. Let's wait and see if they will be able to get the University of Ghana Stadium pitch back, or the Accra Stadium. The University of Ghana Stadium also is the league venue for Legon City. So now they need to find a way of ensuring that that pitch and other facilities are ready and then meet CAF's requirements, so that hopefully we'll be able to host the Sudan in Ghana. Other than that, the Black Stars will be exiled.
In a statement today, the Ministry of Youth and Sports said it had instructed the Ghana Football Association to request the Confederation of African Football to inspect 2 major stadiums in Accra for the hosting of certain international matches. The Confederation of African Football recently withdrew its approval of the Accra Stadium in Kumasi after its deteriorating pitch was flagged during a post-inspection of the September 2024 Africa Cup of Nations qualifier between Ghana and Angola. The playing surface, which exhibited poor drainage, uneven surfaces, and inadequate grass cover, was deemed unfit for competitive international matches. The ministry highlighted the need for CAF to inspect the Accra Sports Stadium and the newly built University of Ghana Stadium. These venues are being considered for approval as Category 3 match venues, suitable for hosting the Black Stars' next international fixture in October. The ministry has, however, first tasked the National Sports Authority to address the pitch issues at the Accra Stadium. In the interim, the ministry said its focus has shifted to ensuring that alternative venues meet the required standards. The Accra Sports Stadium, previously inspected by CAF, has since undergone significant improvement, addressing most of the issues raised. Meanwhile, the University of Ghana Stadium, which has already hosted CAF Category 2 matches, is yet to be assessed for Category 3 certification. The ministry expressed confidence that both stadiums will meet the necessary standards after inspection and reaffirmed its commitment to upgrading the country's sports infrastructure. It also acknowledged that ongoing refurbishment at other national venues, including Cape Coast Stadium, is part of a broader effort to bring facilities up to international standards.
The challenge also is that we don't have that many good pitches. If you follow, even in the run-up to the commencement, the days leading to the commencement of the 2024-25 Ghana Premier League, the GFA's Club Licensing Committee had flagged some of the key venues. Even the Accra Stadium, there are things that need to be fixed. And so it tells you that even for our own club licensing requirements, some work needed to be done at these pitches, so at this stadia. So you can understand why CAF, for instance, says that they've revoked our license and the right to host international matches there. Let's hope that they'll be able to put those one of the pitches, particularly the University of Ghana Stadium, in order for CAF to inspect and then certify. It hosted some international matches, the African Games, Ghana versus Benin, and then hosted the recent and West African Football Union Zone B Under-17 Championships. But those are lower tier competitions. So let's hope that they'll be able to get the stadium ready. It's not just the pitch when it comes to those regulatory requirements. There are other things that need to be fixed in order for CAF to certify that they are good enough for those Category C matches. So basically, if we are unable to get any of our stadiums ready, which will be certified by CAF, our national team, and particularly the Black Stars, because they have a fixture against the Sudan in October, they are going to be exiled. So they will have to play their home matches away. Nothing is more embarrassing than this.
Thank you for watching. For more news, please visit our website graphic.com.gh and follow us on social media. Our handles are Daily Graphic Ghana on Facebook and Instagram, Graphic Online Ghana on TikTok, and Graphic GH on YouTube and X. My name is Arabna Kalba.